Oh, new. I'll be starting up in just a moment. Yeah, OBS acted up on me last time, so I'm hoping it doesn't do that now. Right now I'm just getting the invite sent out because, like I mentioned, real life popped up and I'm getting a much later start than I planned to. Headphones. Okay. Close that out. I do like the little song they have here in the openings. Okay. Yeah, it is a very fun song. Okay, new game.
Wake up.
So yeah, like I said, I saw this game on Steam last week, and just everything about it told me I had to play it.
So fluffy and comfortable. It's where I rest my pretty little head. It's my bed. It comes with all the luxuries a bed should have. If I had a label maker, I would label this Amber Stuff, and I would keep my label maker there.
And let's see what we have in our case.
It's as useful as batteries are. That's saying a lot. I'll just pick this up. You never know when it might come in handy.
Is that all that's in there? Looks like it.
Sometimes I hear voices coming out of it. They're usually kind of informative.
Yeah, you usually get that with radios, depending on what station you turn to.
It's all about the birds and the bees, and how the birds like to eat the bees and other insects. An extensive collection of colored pencils I acquired over the years. A miracle of modern technology. I've read all of these. Some of my favorites are The Adventures of Whodunit. Done it like almost gets whacked. There is no I in crime, except for that one. And Love and Other Words, a dictionary review. Yes, drawers. What will they think of next? Oh, that's right. I remember playing with this a couple of days ago. It fell on the floor and the lens broke. I'll take the magnifier with me, but I better repair it before I return it to Ted. I just can't seem to find any time in my busy schedule to unpack properly. My chest. It's the best. Nothing interesting about them. Well, one of them has a PhD in clinical virology, so I guess that's something. It's not working, but that's okay. I can't tell the time anyways. My collection of paintings. Mom said I could have any painting in the house for my room. It was a rigorous selection process. I don't have a green thumb, like, at all. Well, I do now, but I was doodling with a green crayon last night. Folium cadent. When was the last time I watered this? Oh, that's right, I didn't. It's really hanging in there. Ugh. Millie, my toy giraffe. I've had her since I was 5 years old. She seems frightened. I should talk to her.
It seems you had a nightmare.
There was this fire and black smoke was coming from the windows. Funny thing is, it didn't feel scary to me, like I wasn't really there.
Was it Paper City?
No, I don't think so. What are you doing here, Millie? Are you all right?
Oh no, miss. Something terrible is happening down in Paper City. I came here as soon as I could. I wanted to warn you and your brother not to go there, but when we arrived, I could only find you.
What do you mean?
Miss, I'm afraid your brother is missing.
I have to go find Flint. Millie, you stay here and rest. I'll come and check up on you later.
Please, before you go around looking for your brother, miss, go and find Mr. Bear and ask him to come along. He's retired now, but he was always so fond of you. I'm sure he'll help you out. He may not be an easygoing man, but he has a kind heart.
Ted? I know where he is. He has a small office in my closet, but Ted and I, we can't work together anymore. Mostly because I'm still smart and driven and he's become a burnout.
I haven't seen him since he left the city. But whatever falling out you two had, I beg you to reconcile.
I think I can find my brother on my own, Millie. I don't really need Ted's help anymore.
You're growing up so fast, little miss. But please reconsider. There is something else I have to warn you about. The reason I came all the way down here. There is this man that came down to Paper City a week ago. He's asking a lot of questions about you.
What man?
We call him the Red Man. There were a lot of fires down in the city this past week, ever since he showed up. The officials are burying their heads in the sand, while this man has an entire city, your city, miss, cowering in fear.
Well, Paper City Police Department isn't known for its heroic head-on approach to crime fighting.
The mayor and the commissioner have issued a citywide lockdown until all of this is sorted out. A lot of people are escaping the city. We managed to escape through the East Tunnel's maintenance route, but most of the exits are closed off now.
You said we escaped. Is someone else here with you?
The Mugshot boys helped me through the East Tunnel. Bless their hearts. We arrived at Flint's room, but he wasn't there, so I came here to wake you up.
I have to go now, Millie. I'll be back as soon as I can to come check on you. Do you need anything?
I'm fine, little miss. I just need to rest is all. Please, before you go out, find Mr. Bear and ask him to come along.
It's just a window. Don't let this crippling amnesia get to you. You can do this.
Miss, don't go wandering around alone. Miss, don't go wandering
so
around
can't go
alone.
out without going to Bear.
Amber Ashworth. If I had a nickel for every time this broad got me into trouble, I'd be neck deep in nickels right now. Something was different this time. I could feel it in the air. Someone really put the scares on her. Despite her fragile appearance, Amber's a tough kid, so it was unusual to see her like this. She starts talking, and I start pretending I don't care. I told her I'm retired, for good this time. Fell on deaf ears again. Anyway, she starts talking about Millie, Paper City, her brother, and all that jazz. And I'm wondering how many times we've gone through this before. You see, we have this routine where she asks me for help, as she always does, and I play hard to get, as I always do. Eventually, I give in. We've done this so many times I've lost count. She knows the drill, so do I. Might as well just hear her out. Her words ring through my office. They get stuck in this haze around my head, and then they get lost in the cold autumn rain outside, tapping on my window in this hypnotic manner. It's calming in a way, or is it the booze that makes me calm? Not much to do when you're retired. Hobbies were never my cup of tea. I know her standing in my doorway with her lady in distress shtick means bad news for me, and yet I know I'm in for it again. The sun is slowly setting and the rain gets heavy. The news said there will be a storm tonight.
Hi, Ted. I heard you're retired, but
Cut the ceremony, doll. I ain't doing it.
doing what?
Whatever little plan you've schemed up this time to ruin my life. You're bad news, doll. Always were. Do me a solid this time and leave me out of it. I'm busy.
I knew you wouldn't help me. I only asked because Millie insisted you come along.
Millie, are we investigating old wives' tales now? It's getting late, doll. Shouldn't you be in bed?
Let's see here.
I can't sleep with all this noise coming from my closet.
What the hell are you talking about? I was just sorting out my old case files.
Well, yeah, but you were flipping the pages really loudly, and
Yeah, nice try, doll. If you don't mind, I still have a lot of loud page flipping to do.
oh my god, you're still mad at me after all this time? I really need your help, and I kind of promised Millie I would ask you to come along.
Mad? Why would I be mad? I was almost thrown into a wood chipper thanks to you. I was lucky. One of the guys we investigated is in my bird-watching, poker and cigar club. And where were you? You ran off.
I was following a lead, somewhere else.
Yeah? What'd you found out?
Not much.
Not a goddamn thing. Listen, doll, I've got a nice little setup here. Lately, I've been doing some tailing work for jealous husbands down in the city. Bunch of nervous train wrecks, but the money is good. I grew tired of pulling bloated toys out of Dredge River. Our days of crime fighting are over. That whole thing, it's behind us. It belongs in the past. Capiche?
You've been practicing this speech, haven't you?
A little bit. How was it?
It was okay. The part about the bodies was a bit much.
I threw that in for dramatic effect. It wasn't in the original draft, though.
No, it was good. It gets the point across.
Does it really? You're still here, and I still have a lot of work to do.
How about I just keep pretending your office isn't in my closet and you actually owe me rent?
That was kind of a cheap shot, doll. But I guess nothing ever comes for free. What's this nonsense all about, anyways?
So, according to Millie, a lot of things are happening down in Paper City lately.
What things?
Like all sorts of bad things. And there's this guy that's responsible.
According to Millie.
The mayor has issued a citywide lockdown. No one is allowed to leave or enter the city limits until all of this is sorted out. They've managed to escape through the East Tunnel maintenance route, but I think that's been closed off too.
They?
What was it? Paper City Orchestra, Paper City's Paper Mache Association, Wine and Cheese, Martha, Bird Watchers of the World, Paper Catholic City. Let's go with Bird Watchers.
Yeah. Millie and the Birdwatchers of the World?
What? The BWOW is here? But they all went north last month. It's yellow cardinal season, and an early start. I mean, what? I never heard of those guys. What in the hell are you talking about? Are you making this up?
Yeah, sorry. The Mugshot Boys helped her out. I know how much you don't like them.
I mean, what's not to like? The fact that they're thieves and thugs. They literally stole a candy from a baby once.
But wasn't that baby an undercover cop?
Well, yeah, it was. But they didn't know that. Now, did they?
Anyways, they helped her escape the city through the East Tunnel, the one that leads to Flint's room, and she said he wasn't there. She believes he's gone missing. I need to go and check on Flint. Maybe he's still in the house, but Millie doesn't want me to go alone. She says it's possible for the Red Man to have found an exit to my house. She's really scared.
Wait, what Red Man?
She was telling me about this man, dressed completely in red. He came down to Paper City recently and was asking questions about me.
He's asking questions about you? What's so interesting about you?
Hey, I'll have you know there are a lot of people out there who find me interesting. Millie is really scared of this man. I can't leave anything to chance. Will you help me out?
Whoa there, Sugar Cup. Even if I come along, and I'm still thinking that one over. I'm afraid a crucial component that'll help in our future investigation is missing.
Your nose? Who's got your nose? Who's got your nose?
How old are you again?
Your magnifier?
That's right, Dollface. Now be a good assistant and go find it for me.
I'm sorry, your assistant?
You know what I mean. Now get cracking.
And I got an achievement for turning the record player off.
It's full of Ted's past cases. Nope. It makes this place look like a proper office. I love the yarn work especially. It says on the bottom, now made without the use of horses. Horses? Is that something that should be specified? Did they make glue from horses? I bet this glue will be useful. Better take it with me. Left there for research purposes.
Yes, I'm sure it's just for research purposes.
It serves as a support for his heavy head when he passes out. It says FBI on it. I bet it stands for Federal Bear Investigation. Here we see a lamp in its natural habitat. It's leaning forward, ready to leap with remarkable precision. A truly fascinating predator of the wild office? Well, since this office is in my closet, that window there is for purely decorative purposes. Where's the light coming from, though? The light is off. I bet someone wasn't paying his electric bills. I really feel like I don't own enough shoes. And no, it's not a stereotype. It's just a fact. It's my field hockey mask. My friend Jason wants to borrow it. As far as I'm concerned, he can have it. What's the worst that can happen?
Okay, there's a nice little reference.
What? Those must be Ted's. I got this for Flint with my own money. It's some Guardian superhero dude. Very bleak and depressing story arc.
Product placement. That must be a reference to a previous game this company made.
These are my clothes. The colors are more on the bright side, but I can't help it. I love vivid colors.
Back out.
Just my stuff. I still haven't unpacked properly.
Miss, don't go wandering around alone.
They belong to my mom. She must have forgotten them in here when she was cleaning. I don't really need glasses, but maybe they'll come in handy. Better take them with me just in case.
Well, she's an 8-year-old girl who is visualizing the world as a noir detective story. That's not quite normal, so you never know. Let's see. Yeah.
There we go. Now I just need a lens. Come on. I broke my mom's glasses. I better find use for this lens now. Voila! A perfect crime. Ted will never know.
Okay, back in there.
My former partner, Ted E. Bear.
Found my magnifier yet?
Nope, not yet. Do you really need it, though?
Do you really need my help?
Okay, fair enough.
That's not my magnifier.
What do you mean? It's a magnifier. It magnifies and everything?
No, this is my magnifier, with the lens missing, which I'm sure you broke recently. You've replaced the lens with your mom's glasses and glued them together with kids' glue.
That's preposterous. Never have I ever.
Okay, never mind. This will do, I guess. Let's head out.
Okay, now we can head out the hallway.
Let's head out. Watch my back, Ted. That's just...
It's just weird.
Yep, it's weird. The use of the color green is what makes this painting stand out. It's just so vivid and beautiful. You can almost taste it. A door that leads to the attic. No, really, that's all there is to it. It leads to the attic, hence the name, the attic door. It's a fishing village, somewhere on the coast of Norway, probably.
I'm so glad I got dragged out in the middle of the night to look at the paintings hanging in your house. What else am I going to do, right?
Plantae regularis, a common plant found in most households, I guess. Unpacked stuff from our city apartment. Let's guess what's inside. I bet it's full of bouncing balls, sorted and packed neatly according to color, size, or bounceability. There's some chain thingies inside. It's locked.
Of course it's locked. We wouldn't want to get anything too early, would we?
A random, generic asset placed to occupy empty space. Let's pretend there's something inside. Like...
A golden retriever puppy just for you, doll.
Oh my god, is it really? I want to. Can we take him out? I'm gonna call him Cookie and walk him every day and...
Yeah, no, it was a joke. No one would put a live dog in a sealed box with no air holes. Dum-dum.
You're just so mean. The accentuated, almost reckless brushstrokes could be an indication of the artist's lack of formal education. Rather than paint with methodical, almost sterile precision, he instead attempts to convey his inner turmoil through his paintings, making his work better appreciated through sheer emotion.
What the hell are you talking about?
You're just such a caveman.
In this French room, there's the bathroom.
Wait, it's locked. But why?
This is mighty suspicious, doll. Wasn't there a hole in the study wall? You know, that one that you used to crawl through when you were younger.
You're right, Snoop. Maybe I can still fit through. It's worth checking out.
Well, let's check out the bathroom first while we're in this hallway.
It's so dark in here, Ted. I can't see anything.
The light is busted. We'll have to find a flashlight or something.
Okay, so nothing we can do there.
Rust. Hey there, Rust. It's been a while.
Sure has, Snoop. Still walking the beat?
Not lately. I finally took some time out to sort things out.
He's pretending he's retired. It takes a lot out of him, apparently.
Well, you couldn't have picked a worse time to retire, Snoop. Things are getting close to boiling point down in the city.
What's going on, Rust?
Wish I could tell you, Bear. I'm as clueless as the rest of them. One thing I know is that I was working at the steel mill one day. The damn place got blown up.
You know anything about the Yellow King?
Not really. I guess they left the thing wide open, like open to interpretation. I personally didn't think much of it.
I've heard rumors about some red man. Know anything about that?
I sure do. He's the damn reason all this is happening, Bear. So this Red shows up down in PC. This was a week ago. He goes after the thugs first. Gathers information and such. No one thought nothing of it. A couple of beaten up lowlifes here and there. Let's come and trade with these guys, you know? Then, the fire started. I hear a couple of guys down from the coal district gathered a posse, trying to corner this bird. No one heard from him since. And those guys are miners, Bear. They're as tough as nails.
Who is?
Those guys, Ted.
What kind of information is he after?
Well, here's the funny part, Snoop. I heard he was asking a lot of questions about our beloved Miss here. That's why I'm here. After Doris and the kids left the city, we'll figure I'd come here and make sure Amber stays safe. Now, don't you be dragging her on one of your ill-advised adventures, Bear.
Are you kidding me? Anyways, why would this guy be going around asking about her? You know anything about this, doll? Anyone whose life you're messing with? Besides mine, I mean. Angry boyfriend, perhaps?
Don't get smart. I never heard of this Red guy until tonight. Besides, you're the only man in my life, Bear.
Who's getting smart now? So, what kind of information is this guy after, Rust?
Haven't I told you about this already? He's asking about our little Miss here. Is he alright?
He's fine. He's just sleepy and grumpy and, like, totally not drunk.
Nah, I'm fine. I'm just sleepy and grumpy because she dragged me out in the middle of the night on some wild goose chase.
Nice to see you two are getting along after all these years.
We've heard the city is in lockdown.
Sure is. It's been like that since the mill exploded. The official statement is that there was a gas leak down in the basement level, but we all knew better.
How'd you escape?
I used the east tunnel maintenance shaft, but the thing was getting close to collapsing. I think they closed it off completely after I got through.
So you think it wasn't an accident? You think someone is trying to cover something up?
I wouldn't go that far, miss. My suspicion is that the officials don't want to make a big deal out of it. Keep the folks at ease.
What about the mill owner, that Dietz fellow? He made any enemies lately? Filed any big insurance claim or something?
Nah, man. Mr. Dietz is a straight-up bird. Besides, his son was down at the mill when it happened. Kid got a little ear buzz, is all.
So no one leaves or enters the city at this point?
That's what the lockdown implies, Bear. Folks are still escaping, though. I hear some of them got here through the tunnels. Them mugshot boys were the first to flee, and poor old Millie. I hear she got here safe.
Millie's in my room. She's resting.
Bless your kind heart, little miss. I'll stay here in the hallway. Keep an eye out.
Can you do it, Rust? You seem kind of tired.
I ain't no bunny, little miss. Some buster tries to pull a fast one on me, I'll give him a little chin music before I drop a dime on him to the elbows.
What?
He's saying he can do it.
Have you seen Flint, Rusty? Millie told me he might be missing.
I'm sorry, little miss. I'm afraid I haven't seen your brother. But I'm sure he's fine. Flint is a tough kid. Besides, no one has left or entered this room since I got here.
Well, we better get cracking. Catch you later, Rust.
Sure thing, Snoop.
Thank you, Rusty. Bye.
Bye, little miss. Don't worry about your brother. I'm sure he's all right.
There's furniture in this study.
There should be a key around here somewhere, unless someone took it. A painting. Is it? I see 3 anthropomorphic mailboxes dancing to the captivating beats of the J. Summers Jazz Quartet. A painting? Or is it some sort of inkblot test? It's all dried up, serving as a reminder of life's fleeting nature. for when you get tired of walking up and down this hallway. It's a tree, like the ones outside, only this one is inside. It's creepy. I don't like it. Oh my, those curtains are wide open. The reflection from the glass is unflattering. I prefer to leave some of the view to the imagination, thank you very much. I can see the tree outside our house. It's a willow tree. I know this because 2 years ago at the hospital, my mom told the doctor I fell from a willow tree. It was that one.
Alright, so into the study we go now. There's the hole in the wall, but we'll check that last.
It's a small house in the country. It looks so peaceful there. I wish I had more time to appreciate every piece of art I come across. It's a small boat in the middle of a storm. I hope they made it out.
You know how they say, doll. It's not the size of the boat, but the motion in the ocean.
What does that even mean?
I think it means that it doesn't really matter how big the ship is. It will probably sink if the storm is strong enough.
Such a tragedy. I just love these old paintings. If I fail in my quest to become a world-renowned novelist and Pulitzer Prize winner, maybe I'll become a painter.
Sure. Can't just anyone be a painter these days?
Hey, I'm only 10 years old. The world is my oyster. A book titled It's a Wonderful Lie, The Judicial System and How to Exploit It for Profit. So many stupid words. I hate boring books. It looks pretty. The sand, I bet, came from somewhere far away.
That dim-witted boy sells these down at the local market. So the sand probably came from...
Nope, somewhere far away. Maybe some desert.
Sure, the desert.
Hey, a flashlight. But there are no batteries inside.
There's bound to be some in the house.
We can ask Rusty if he'll give us one of his. I'll take the flashlight with me.
We've got one battery already, but we probably need two.
My grandpa's books. I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but these look so boring. So many places to visit. If I had a lot of money, I would spin this and travel to where my finger lands. Hopefully not in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
Hello, Talendril. How are you this evening?
Let's take this bad boy for a spin. Ew, cigars are gross. Of all the places in the world, the flavor country seems least appealing to me. Lex injusta non est lex? Bunny made up words. Although they have a certain righteous ring to them.
I'm doing well.
Highly breakable. Believe me, I know. Nothing interesting about it. Just shining away. I have a similar one in my room.
You have the same lamp in your room. It's just asset reuse. Those lazy artists.
It's Anubis, protector of the deceased. It's so common you would think people have an almost unnatural fascination with death. There's a number written underneath, 107. What does it mean?
10-7's the police code for an unconscious or a dead person.
That's a little grim.
I don't make the rules. I sure as hell don't follow them either.
It's growing from the sand.
Aren't you perceptive, doll? You should have been a detective.
And you should have been a 10-year-old girl, because you throw like one. My grandpa's books. I know you're not supposed...
Okay, so that's the same thing.
Looks expensive. I've always loved this painting. It looks familiar in a way. I feel like I've been there before.
Huh, yeah? How come you're not in it?
It's a decorative plaque of some sort, or an award for wood chopping? I don't really know. Only for looking, not for touching, according to my mom.
Oh, there's a key.
There's a small key up there. It looks lonely.
I guess you could say. It's just hanging around. We'll have to find another way.
A book titled Indoctrination of Roman Dutch Law in the Courts of South Africa. Well, that makes no sense whatsoever.
Got a battery.
This won't work. It usually takes 2 or more of these.
So yeah, we can't even put that in unless we have the other batteries.
This hole leads to Flint's room. It's covered in cobwebs, though. That's so gross. Go in, Ted, and check it out. I'll wait for you here.
I'm sorry, doll. As much as crawling through spider-infested holes sounds appealing to me, I have to pass. See, spiders tend to nest in my fur, and then I have to take a bath and go through this whole fumigation process. It's a mess.
This game is called Bear With Me. The reason I chose Game and Demos is that Twitch doesn't have its own thing for it in the drop-down menu. If you enjoy what you see here, it's only $5 on Steam, and for the first episode.
This hole leads to Flint's room. It's covered in cobwebs, though. That's so gross. Go in, Ted.
I'm sorry, doll. See, it's a mess.
Okay, so we're gonna have to find some other way of getting through there. Well,
What the hell? What was that?
I don't know, Ted. Lights? Tricks?
Yeah, I guess. I'm getting too old for this.
Thing. This thing.
Yeah, sounds right.
Not really.
Rust, we need a big favor.
What's this about, Bear?
Rusty, we need a battery for our flashlight. We thought you could help us out.
Sure, I got batteries, but here's the problem, miss. If I give you a battery, I gotta shut down for the rest of the night, and I have to keep an eye out.
Can't you give us just one battery, Rusty? You'll still have a couple of them left, right?
Here's the thing, little miss. It's a closed circuit.
She knows. She's just playing on her soft side, Rust. We could take some of that edge off, Rust. Why don't you rest your eyes for a bit and let me and the doll here take over?
You? No offense, Bear. I respect you as much as anyone in Paper City, but this here is different. I don't think you could handle this red guy on your own. You should take care of Miss and Millie and leave the patrol to me.
Are you saying I'm not qualified for watch duty? We have to wrap this thing up fast. There's a bottle of carrot juice in my desk that's longing for my return. We can keep an eye out for anyone suspicious in the meantime. Besides, you know I'm more than qualified. That nasty business from a couple of years ago, with them robots going missing. I was the one that brought that whole shady affair down, and you know it.
Are you trying to play me, Bear? I know you had nothing to do with that. That thing went so high up, there's no chance in hell Snoop like you even got close to wrapping it up.
You seem to have blown a fuse there, Rust. It was me who cracked that case, and I can prove it. I have the case file and the credentials, handed to me by the commissioner in my office somewhere.
Okay, settle down there, Bear. Let's make a deal. You show me the credentials, and I'll hand over the battery. It's not that I don't believe you. I just want to make sure you're not playing me, so...
Ted and Amber move away.
Oh my god, Ted, you're not supposed to read the brackets. A do-over?
Keep it rolling. We should get to my office, doll. There's an old file I have to find.
What's this whole deal about anyways? Why can't he just give us a battery? We can keep an eye out.
Rust is having a hard time coping with what happened. He worked in that mill for over 20 years, and now suddenly he's got nothing to do. Let's just do this to humor him.
Poor Rust. Okay, you're right. Let's find that file.
I think by the time this is over, we're going to meet a lot of people in his position.
Alright, so back to our room.
Be careful, you two.
Okay, so you've got nothing else to say.
There should be an old file here somewhere. Nasty business from a couple of years ago. The robot union hired me to look into several cases of robot kidnappings.
I remember. That CEO of Illuminarium, Skinner, used robot parts to manufacture headlights at low prices.
Yep, I brought down that whole shady deal. Almost got shot in the process. Rust finds me unqualified for lookout duty. Probably thinks I'm a burnout.
You're not a burnout, Ted. I mean, you were more driven before, but I understand you've had a lot on your mind lately. Anyways, I'm really glad you're with me on this one.
Sure thing, doll. What am I going to say no to you?
Thanks, Ted.
Don't mention it, partner.
There. Is this it?
Yep, that's the one. Let's head back to that hothead robot.
So does it take me on any further? No, just outside. Okay. Alright, and double clicking takes me there automatically.
There you go, buddy. Signed and authorized by Commissioner Locke himself. Anyways, we really need that battery now, Rust. Time's a factor here.
So it was you. I'll be damned. That was a big deal for us robots, you know. I always held you in high regard, Bear. But you just earned my utmost admiration, let me tell you. You can have my battery. I can use a little shut-eye, to be honest. Keep an eye out. Keep little Miss here safe. Oh, and check on Millie from time to time. Make sure she's all right.
Thanks, Rust. We won't let you down.
Thank you so much, Rusty. Get some sleep. We'll wake you up in the morning. Hey, I got it working.
Alright. So now we've got a working flashlight, which means we can explore the bathroom. Oh, this is interesting. We use the mouse, and it controls where the flashlight glows.
Used by oh so many French maids. This duster may come in handy. I'll take it with me just in case. Used to clean around the house. No, but nice try, Mom. Every time I look at it, I see a beautiful princess. She's bound to live a long and happy life in a castle somewhere in France and have lots of ponies. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who will be a beautiful princess who's bound to live a long and happy life in a castle somewhere in France and have lots of ponies?
You are, Amber. Like for toads.
I knew it.
Did that thing just talk?
I don't know. Did it? It's full of uninteresting stuff.
Not all of them, but modern ones tend to be.
Pairs of towels just hanging out. Where's the money, Lebowski? classic TP found in most bathrooms. What's there left to say that hasn't been published in Science Weekly already? Am I right? A painting on the floor. Trying to get out of town, eh? You owe money to the art community. Listen here, man. I'll cut you a deal. I'll take on your debt and pay those money-grubbing watercolor pushers. Maybe I'll call you on your debt sometime. Maybe not. What do you say? Beats living on the run. A painting of something or another. It's too small to tell. Submerged ruins of an ancient temple. Cascading waterfalls. Maybe in our world, a happy little bush lives there, just sitting there between light and dark shades of blue. A waterfall. I feel like a lot of these are waterfall-based.
You should really know what this is by now, buddy.
It's where I take long showers and contemplate life. Also, I see. It's full of bathroom stuff. They're my mom's. I'm not really sure what they're for. Just some stuff I don't really care about. Fun fact, if you stuff a bunch of them down the toilet and flush, the water will overflow and the repair guy will come to fix it. He will also complain about the economy and how he has to work on Sundays. Lots of creams and powders, also hair gel, a sponge thingy, some kind of paste, and so on, intended to make you look presentable when applying for a low-income 9-to-5 position to grind away the days. I don't really know what all that means. I picked it up in a movie once. Nah, I'm pretty as it is.
Anything else in here? I don't think so, so let's exit.
What's happening? What is this? Doll, you seeing this?
I don't know, Ted. What was that?
It's fine. It's nothing, probably. It's the middle of the night and the light is playing tricks on us. Let's go.
And let's do a check in our room on Millie.
Be careful, you two.
Okay, so nothing's changed there yet. Back to the study. Feather duster on the hole in the wall.
There, I cleaned it up. Go crawl through.
Why don't you crawl through?
Obviously, I can't fit. Otherwise, I would totally do it.
Sure you would. The case was spinning out of control so fast I had to hold it in my hat. Nothing made sense, and it was getting more twisted by the minute. We've come across an old buddy of mine who suddenly found himself out of purpose and place. The steel mill, where Rust worked for years, got blown to bits. Hundreds of hard-working, honest people lost their jobs overnight. The police are writing it off as an accident. Coincidentally, there were a lot of accidents this past week. The whole damn city was burning up and no one was doing anything about it. Did I pick the wrong time to get out of that dump? According to Rust and Billy, one man is responsible for all this mayhem. In 1 week, he's become a synonym for fear throughout the city, and police and thugs alike are shuddering at the mention of his name. They call him the Red Man. I have a strong feeling in my gut it's all somehow connected. My retirement, the fires, and the official cover-up. What happened to Flint, the Red Man. It's all leading to her. I feel she is the key to all of this. The last piece of the puzzle I have to solve. Does she know more than she's led me to believe? Or have I let my suspicions get the better of me? It's hard for me to admit this, It's also downright stupid, but I've let myself trust her over the years we've worked together. And I have to trust her now. Sooner or later, we'll find ourselves back in that hellhole of a city. This bond I have with her will be the only thread I'll have to hold on to when things go from bad to worse. In Paper City, all bets are off, but the stakes were never as high as now.
I really do enjoy the tone of this game.
A level 6 sword. It has higher damage than my gun. I'm more of a range guy myself. Maybe I can sell it in a shop. I'll just sell this sword, buy some revives for later. Just pants, neatly folded and thrown over the closet. Just pants. Reserved for douching out at college. Storage space reserved for various miscellanea. Empty box. Just think of the possibilities. Look at that lamp, lamping around like there's no tomorrow. You go, lamp. The size of this box is only matched by its inability to comprehend reality. Oh boy, I have no idea where the drawing guy went with this one. Just some rope. I bet someone would find this extremely useful, not me though. A book titled Finding Missing Relatives for Dummies. That's oddly specific. Depicting colors contained by various forms and shapes. Is it a monkey? Roses in a field? An orange? I'm really bad at appreciating art. Someone, somewhere, put their soul and moderate effort into making this, and I hate it. Nothing a little paint thinner can't fix. Empty sheets of paper spread across the table surface. What future awaits those sheets of paper? Will they ever become a book? A bag of candy. I knew a girl named Candy once. Whatever happened to her? I have no clue what that is. A wild guess. It's a single copper dime with a printing error. Unique, extremely rare. Not as valuable as one might think. An empty glass. It's the biggest mistake I've seen all day. That's what that is. A toy car, maybe. I don't know. I'm not in the car evaluation business. A book titled A Small Car on Top of Me. The Life of a Book. What? What sort of literature is this? I don't like pillows. I'm far too rugged for such comfort. Well, this thing really stands out. We'll have to find another way. The dictionary defines a cabinet as a body of high-ranking state officials, typically consisting of the top leaders of the executive branch, usually called ministers. There you go. That's what this is, only small.
Okay, I think that's everything besides talking to these two.
Lowlifes. I guess they are so used to police interrogations. Standing in front of bright lights is where they feel most at home. I had a feeling I'd find you two lurking around. How is it that whenever something fishy goes down, you two are peeking around the corner?
Save your monologues for the shower, Snoop. We didn't do it.
And what exactly didn't you do?
Whatever you're implying we did or didn't do.
So you did it.
It depends.
Depends on what?
If we did whatever you're hinting that we did, or for that matter didn't do, and if the answer might incriminate us to a certain degree, then as a fact, I can state that we didn't do it. See? But if not doing it, whatever it is you're implying we did or didn't do would put us in the same position as in the previous statement, considering it was true, then we certainly did do it.
This is going nowhere. If you weren't a crook, you could have had a career as a lawyer, although the two aren't mutually exclusive.
Yeah? Well, if you weren't a Snoop, you could have had a career as a drunk, although the two aren't mutually exclusive, see?
Don't act smart with me, lowlife. I'll take you downtown faster than you can say I'm guilty. Now start spilling the beans, or this friendly get-together might turn out ugly for you too. Where is Flint Ashworth?
Beats me. He wasn't here when we arrived. Is he missing?
No, I'm just asking because I started a barbershop quartet, and I need a strong baritone, but also someone that can take the lead if necessary.
For these types of situations, you need someone that has a wider range.
Shut up, John. He's just pulling your leg.
So you're saying you had nothing to do with his disappearance?
Who do you take us for, Snoop? We ain't no kidnappers. The kid probably went to see his friends or something, see? Besides, he's a tough kid. I'm sure he's fine.
Sure, because kidnapping is way over the line for you two. It's one of the few things missing from your MO. Maybe you thought you should step up the game. Who put you up to it?
Whoa, as I said, we ain't no kidnappers, see? We may have our differences, you and I, but you know we would never go as far.
All right, you're off the hook for now. You two lowlifes heard anything about the Red Man?
We might have heard something. My memory's a bit fuzzy these days, see?
Tell me what you know, and the next time the Reef King asks me about you two, I'll forget about your whereabouts.
We've sorted it out with the Sharks, Snoop. We started a nice little enterprise with them. See, me and John here have a way with the tourists. The deal is to take them on a nice little tour around our beautiful city that ends in his gambling house.
There are numerous attractive locations scattered throughout the city, but sometimes you just have to go that extra mile if you want to experience it the way the locals do. For instance, there's a lovely little deli store just off of Peril Street, halfway down to the harbor. Their madeleines are to die for. Just pick a spot on their beautiful terrace and enjoy a good book or a romantic evening with that special someone.
Yeah, see? That's right, John.
Huh. I bet whatever they keep in their wallets, by the end of the day, the shark sends his goons to clean them out when they leave. Am I right?
Well, yeah, but that's just his style, see?
I bet it is.
Hello, Calvin. And yeah, you haven't missed much since I got a late start to this. Only about an hour or so.
So, why are you here exactly?
That's none of your business, Snoop.
Listen here, you lowlife. I know you operate on the west side these days. I've seen you down with your face in the mud coming out from those 24-hour carrot bars near the harbor. I know you've seen things. You two better start being useful, or else.
Oi, Copernicus, how about you take a long walk down the shore pier, see? We ain't seen nothing. We're just a couple of them hard-working individuals, see? We know our rights. We pay them taxes and such. What's a snoop like you even gonna do? You ain't a cop, see?
You got that right, pal. I ain't a cop. That just means I can throw a couple of knuckle sandwiches your way before I take you two lowlifes in. Not that anyone would care. I can just say I found you that way, or that the Reef King got to you before I did.
Maybe it's time you leave two exemplary citizens like us alone and find yourself someone else you can bother, see? I hear that crazy old coot's been chasing seagulls down at the harbor lately. Maybe he can help you, see?
CBG. Haven't seen him in a while. You're saying he knows something?
It's worth a shot, ain't it? It's not like you're getting anywhere with us. It's just that getting the information out of him might prove to be quite a task, see?
Don't worry about that. Me and him go back a long way. He'll talk to me. Why'd you escape the city?
Who says we escaped? Me and John just came to enjoy ourselves out in the country, see? We might take up fishing or hiking. Yeah, those types of things.
That's just great news, Jimmy. I love it here. It's so relaxing.
Sure, and your escape had nothing to do with the recent activities regarding the Red Man?
What Red Man? Also, Snoop, Native American is the proper nomenclature, I do believe.
You know who I'm talking about, so stop playing dumb. Not you, big guy. I know you can't help it.
Help what? What are we talking about?
Forget it. I just don't get why you would protect someone that made you flee the city in the middle of the night.
Hold on there, Snoop. We're not protecting anyone. It's just that this guy, he's not your average sap, see?
Remember, he's getting a bit better, eh?
Hey, we want to see this all sorted out as much as anyone. With all the folks leaving the city, it's bad for business.
Sure. I can only imagine. What do you know about it?
Not much, and the things we heard are mostly just stories. He's setting fires and whatnot down in the city. Wants to see it all burn. See? No one will stop this guy, Snoop. not even you.
He's the reckoning this city was due for. He won't stop until everything is dust, and we lie forgotten in the sands of time.
What? What the hell are you talking about, John? Don't listen to him. He had a rough night.
Well, you two were useful as always. I have to go. When I come back, I hope for your sake, nothing will be missing.
Besides the kid, you mean?
You trying to be funny, or you got the sudden urge to confess?
The first one, yeah. See you later, Snoop.
You better believe it. One more thing. You didn't find a key by any chance lying around the house.
Oh, yeah, we did. It was just lying on the floor.
That's what I thought. How about you hand it over to me? I'll keep it safe for you guys.
Sure thing, there you go. Now don't go telling people we never helped you. It's like we're partners now, see?
Sure.
Okay, so we got the parents' room key.
No.
Okay, so we can't do that to get the red cloth.
Well, we'll have to find another. A wise man once said, the windows are the eyes of a house.
So back to the study we go.
Those two clowns are in there, not being useful as always.
Did you ask them about Flint?
I did. They didn't know anything. I think they're just hiding from someone.
The red man?
That's my best bet, but who knows with those two.
So Flint's not in there?
No.
What should we do, Ted? We have to find him.
Well, we're not going to find him standing here. We should check other rooms. Maybe he's hiding somewhere. Mugshots gave me this key to your parents' room. That they totally just found lying on the floor.
We should start there then.
Such forward ideas. You're going to be a fine detective one day.
Thanks, Bear. You too.
Okay. Same idea.
Are you even trying?
Okay, so no, we can't use the sword as some kind of reach.
It's unlocked. Hope I don't get into trouble over this. It's plastic wrap for your clothes, for some reason. An armoire. That's fancy talk for closet. It's for sitting down. Like, way down. It's one of my dad's cameras. It probably fell down by accident. I'll take this film strip with me. Maybe I can develop it later. This lamp is pretty. So tall and lean and lacy on top. It's like a supermodel lamp. It's a decorative curtain. It's so old it was used as a tunic by Caesar's accountant. Neatly folded in half and thrown over the bed. Where else to put them but underneath the bed where you sleep? Men, am I right? My parents' bed. It's so big and comfy, my bed is like sleeping on a pile of rocks. Well, not really. It's really soft and fluffy, but this one's better. Some weird plant is sticking out of it. A painting of some guy. Let's name him. Jeffrey. What do you think, Ted?
I don't, but he does look like a Jeffrey.
Jeffrey Creepyface. His eyes would follow us around the room, if he had any. I feel like all of these are connected in a way, like they share a story. If you draw with it on your mom's evening dress, she'll get like really, really mad. Like volcanic eruption mad. For combing
Speak
your
from
hair,
experience.
I like my hair more au natural.
You mean you don't brush it and just wear it whatever way it was when you woke up?
Yep, that's the idea. I feel like these should grow in a pond. I could be wrong. I love wearing these around the house. They make me look taller. They're really uncomfortable, though. A chandelier. It's French for fancy lamp.
Okay, let's check out the dark room.
It's a combination lock safe. Let's try to guess the combination, Ted. How hard can it be? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Maybe it's 0, 0, 0, 0. Or 74? 1, 0...
Are you kidding me with this?
Okay, you're right. I give up.
What's that machine over there? What does it do? What's that machine over there? What does it do?
Okay, so can't do anything with that yet.
Nothing to see here. Move along now, Amber. Yes, sir. An undeveloped roll of film. Not much else to say. A book titled Developing for Dummies. I guess developers are dummies. This book is a good investment. Used for measuring, liquids? For storing preserves and other stuff. Just some canisters filled with some unidentified liquids. It's duct tape. It's used to tape ducks? I'll take this tape with me. I can use it to tape Ted to a flagpole. Seems like it's empty. You can pour something in it, like water or fire. My mom uses the same one to wash Ted in.
What? That's not true. I have a shower in my office.
Oh, you do you? Big ass bottles. Step right up, folks. Witness the amazing bottle twins. It's where the water comes from, through the miracle of modern magic. It has measuring units on the side. Not that I would know anything about that. I'm 10 after all. Used to develop photos, then you hang them up and let them dry. Fascinating stuff. Used to pinch things. Guess this room isn't so dark after all. Just a bunch of stuff used to develop photos. It's an empty image filled with, some silver dust. You put it in the machine over there, and then some other stuff. Then you get photos of my school recital. You put a film inside, and then it projects onto some piece of paper that you bathe, and you get photos. Nothing happened. There's something missing.
There's the film strip.
There. Is it over? Is that it?
Looks the same to me.
Some detective you are. Obviously something happened. We need to use the developing liquids now, and then we get the photo. Are you even trying? Come on. Do what with it? Do what with? Do what? Come on. I don't think so. A book titled Developing for Dummies. I guess developers are dummies.
No, that's all you get from it.
There we go. It was the number from the statute. Not a police code for anything, Mr. I don't follow no rules. Hey, these are the liquids for developing pictures. I'll take them with me.
Okay, so that's what we were missing.
There. We just need the empty photo thingy to put it in. Oh my God, Ted. That's him. That's the red man. He's in my house.
Okay, calm down. That could be anyone.
Oh, no, it's him. He's in my house and he did something to Flint. I have to find Mom and Dad.
Wait, don't be so rash. There's probably an explanation for this. Don't get your parents involved, doll. They're having a hard time as it is. This could be just a prank, is all I'm saying. We should get back to Millie.
Yeah, you're right. We have to wait, though. The room is locked by a mechanism connected to that machine over there, and it will unlock in a couple of minutes. My dad made it like this so no one would barge in and light up the room when he's developing photos.
All right, so we wait. So, how have you been lately?
And of course we've got to wait. That means something has definitely happened. Yeah. Oh, we're the red man now. Oh no, Ted, it's Millie.
Damn it.
Why would somebody do this? She was just a sweet old woman. She hasn't done nothing wrong to anyone. Poor Millie. I've had her since I was 5, almost as long as...
Me, yeah, I know. Doll, what do you think we should do now?
I honestly don't know. Ted, I'm a bit shaken up at the moment. I have to go find Mom and Dad. Whoever this red man is, he's done something to Flint.
Please, don't get your parents involved again. I suggest we head out to Paper City and see what we can dig up on this guy. We can go down to the docks and talk to CBG. He's bound to know something.
Again? What do you mean?
What? I don't know. We should get moving. Is there any entrance to the city we can use at the moment?
There's one in the attic. Maybe we can use that one.
Yeah, good idea. Let's head out.
Poor Millie. This is our fault, you know? We told Rusty we'd keep an eye out, and now she's dead. We've let her down.
Hey, this is not your fault. That red freak did this. Believe me when I say this, doll. You can't save everyone all the time. People die. That's just how the dice roll. All you can do at times like these is keep your head up. Think of the fond memories you have of her, and just keep going. We'll get that red bastard sooner or later. That's my promise to you.
I know, it's just...
It's sad, I know, but life gets sad sometimes. You just have to pull through. Happiness will find you again. Now let's go. We've still got a case to solve, and somebody's got to pay for this.
Millie is dead.
It's so sad what happened to her. Poor Millie.
And yet, this is very different.
No point in dragging her around. It's also disrespectful. I'll come back after all this is over and bury her back in the yard, underneath the pines. It's the most peaceful place in the world. It's a small nail. It must have fallen from the window. I'll just take the nail with me. The uses for it are practically endless. Since I'm paying for the view, I might as well enjoy it. It's holding the window up. I'll take it with me. With some proper crafting, it can be used to access things out of my reach. Cornflakes. They've gotten cold and mushy and gross. This won't work. It usually takes 2 or more of these. A door that leads to the attic. No, really, that's all there is to it. It leads to the attic, hence the name, the attic door.
Rust.
Study. But I'm pretty sure this key unlocks the clock, which will let us to get the chain.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Are you... Are you even... I don't think... This won't work. It usually takes 2 or more of these.
So let's see. There's got to be something we're missing.
use them to move up and down the house.
Fascinating stuff.
Okay, so we can't go down the stairs yet. Anything in the bathroom? So what do we do next?
I can't use that. Come on. I don't think. Are you Do what? I don't. Come on. Are you even? Come on.
Okay, there has to be something on this.
We should really go to Paper City. Where did you say the entrance was?
Let's take this bad boy for. There's a number 1.
10-7's the.
That's a little.
I don't make.
Sorry you couldn't stay longer as well, Colin. Take care.
Do what with it? Come on. I don't think so. I can't use that.
So you're not letting me go into the closet.
Do what with? It's a ham, bacon, lettuce, and mozzarella cheese sandwich on pimento bread. It's mounted on my wall and it shines. So it's like a sandwich that's also kind of a lamp. A lamp. Nothing else to it. It shines. I can see where I'm going. But if I can see where I'm going, that means I'll hardly ever get lost. So this lamp is like a beacon, reminding me that wherever I am, I can just look around and I'll find my way back home. It produces particles, or is it waves? My old trusty lamp. I never walk around this hallway without her. A save point. Nah, just kidding. What is this, Resident Evil? We have autosave, you dingus. It's I don't know. You kind of lose your imagination after the 10,000th useless item. It's a lamp. A painting. Or... Guess this room isn't...
Huh? No, she's not in here.
Please, whoever finds this log, I'm one of the developers, so bear with me. I didn't want to do it. They've made me. Please send someone. Oh no, I can hear him coming.
Wow, that's just disturbing.
Yep. actually worked? You just unlocked something with an old rusty nail? How convenient is that? That's just lazy writing.
Don't be such a negative Nancy, Snoop. Of course it worked. My genius knows no bounds. It hangs on these chain thingies. I have no idea what that's for. Some clock stuff, I bet. Yay, I got the hook thingy. I bet this will be super useful, like, really soon. This won't work. It usually takes 2 or more of these. This won't hold on its own. There. Now I can have higher aspirations.
Okay. Now we can get into the end. Even though there's no way that would have reached.
Millie, Rust, and the mugshots all escaped through the East Tunnel. It's closed off now. We've heard from several sources now that the police commissioner had ordered a lockdown. I was starting to wonder, was it to keep everyone at bay until they catch the person responsible? Or was it to maybe keep someone out? It's too big of a coincidence that all of this started to happen at the same time I left the city, and now I find myself unable to return. I've come across the Mugshot brothers, but as expectedly were uncooperative. Wise guys. Reasoning with them is a fruitless effort. However, the little information I got from them could be useful later. They seem nervous. I mean, more than usual. We found some clues around the house that could help us find Flint, but so far, everything is leading nowhere. I've examined the evidence myself, but can't connect the dots yet. It seems appropriate that the last case in my career would be like this. Everyone knows the story. The detective only has a couple of days till retirement, but then the lady in distress shows up and begs him to help her out. He decides, against all reason, to do this one last thing, but the case proves to be his hardest yet. Somewhere down the line, the detective gets shot. Fade to black. We had a run-in with the main suspect, the man in the red hood. Unfortunately, we were too late. It's sad what happened to Millie, and Amber really lost it for a moment. I did all I could, and gave her a promise that I'd catch the man responsible. It's not much, but it's the least I can do. We had to table all of our options, and we decided to go back to Paper City. I have an informant there that could know some things, and that's our best bet at the moment. Red, it seems, wants to get to Amber, so I figured I'd draw him out. Best place to do that is the city. I need to level the field, coordinate with the police, and to set a trap. After we get him cornered, I'll make him talk, and we'll find out what happened to Flint. Let's just hope it's not too late.
A bucket. That's a funny word. Bucket. Bucket. It's a candle, forgotten here, until the lights go out. Then it's like, oh, where are those candles we keep in the house? I'll take it with me, just in case. Maybe I'll need to read in the dark at some point or something. The convertible of desks. Very chic. It's locked. It's filled with the kind of stuff no one ever uses, but is too important for some reason to be thrown away. Are you hungry, horsey? Ted, do we have a wooden carrot for him? Just some random attic stuff you'd usually find in an attic. There we have an old bean can. Is it empty? Full? Who knows? The mystery is part of the fun. Then there's some bag of something. Flour, maybe? A bunch of boxes filled with ugly clothes?
Anything else in here to look at? Doesn't look like it, so...
Poor thing, I bet he feels so alone up here. Good evening, officer.
Oh my god, Miss Ashworth, is that really you? I must say, I've only seen you in the papers, but you look even better in person.
Stop, you're going to make me blush. Oops, too late. No, but seriously, officer.
Burke, Miss Ashworth, but you can call me Brian.
Okay, Brian, we need to enter the city. You see, we're working on this case and we need to find a friend of ours. You might know some things.
I'm terribly sorry, Miss Ashworth. I'm afraid no one is allowed to enter the city at this point. Not even a beloved and well-known celebrity such as yourself. I'm so sorry.
Well,
So sorry.
that's okay.
So sorry.
Aren't you a bit young to be a policeman?
Police officer, actually. I'm fresh out of the academy, but I'm planning to make detective in a couple of years.
Well, that's ambitious.
Is that a fake mustache?
No.
It is! It just fell on the floor.
Well, this is embarrassing. I'm sorry. Everyone at the station has a mustache these days, and I just can't seem to grow one myself. My fiance even makes fun of me sometimes.
Well, I think you look just dashing without a mustache. It makes you look younger.
Thank you kindly, miss.
That's a tough deal, kid. You'll have a hard time becoming a detective if you don't have a mustache.
But you don't have one, Mr. Bear.
I'm a private snoop, Jimmy. I don't need to fit in. I walk my beat alone.
Oh my god!
Can't you make an exception to let us pass? Just this once.
Mr. Bear, as much as I admire both you and Miss Amber, seriously, I'm a huge fan, but orders are still orders. Things are getting really bad down in the city. If anything were to happen to Miss Amber, I could never forgive myself.
Dave, who ordered this lockdown?
The state officials. Mayor Mills himself signed the decree. I'm afraid without the mayor's signature, no one is allowed to enter or leave the city at the moment. And it's Brian, sir.
And how come the city is on lockdown anyways?
I'm afraid I'm not in a position to discuss such matters, Mr. Bear. Terribly sorry.
You haven't seen Flint Ashworth by any chance?
Miss Ashworth's brother?
That's right. Have you seen him?
I'm sorry, Mr. Bear. I'm confused.
That's understandable, son. You're a Paper City police officer. Never mind that now. Stevie, do you know anything about the Red Man?
I'm sorry, Mr. Bear. I really can't discuss such matters. I will tell you one thing, though. The word on the street is that the suspect, codename Red, is asking a lot of questions about Miss Ashworth.
What kind of questions? What's so interesting about Amber anyways?
Hey,
Don't worry, Miss Ashworth. You're the most interesting person I know. If I was a crazy lunatic with an agenda, I'd stalk you too.
aw, that's so cute. Thank you, Brian.
Oh no, now I'm blushing.
I just have to interrupt, whatever this is. Jerry, what kind of information is Red after?
It's Brian, sir, and I'm afraid I don't really know much about the subject. Only what I hear from the fellow police officers here and there. Besides, I'm not in a position.
To discuss such matters, yeah, I know. So, what is it we need to do in order to enter the city?
Well, I suppose you would have to get clearance, signed by Mayor Mills himself.
And he'll just sign this clearance, no questions asked.
Normally, no. I don't think so. But since you're in the company of the beautiful and talented Miss Amber, I'm sure the mayor will make an exception.
I'll have to get the mayor on the phone to sort this thing out.
You think he'll let us enter the city?
I really don't know, but that drunk owes me a couple of favors. It's time to call him up on it. To the Batcave.
Mayor's office.
Hello there, doll. This is Teddy Bear. You may know me from such cases as saving the mayor's ass on several occasions. I've also set you up with a buddy of mine that one time.
Of course, Mr. Bear, I know who you are. Are you looking to speak with the mayor, Mr. Bear? Because I'm afraid he's not in at the moment. Can I take a message?
No, I have to talk to the mayor personally. It's important. When will the mayor be back?
The mayor should be in first thing in the morning, Mr. Bear.
Okay, never mind. Thanks anyway, doll. He's not in, and we don't have time to sit around and wait till he sobers up. We'll have to find another way.
Hey, what if we made the clearance ourselves?
That's falsifying government papers, doll. I like it. There should be some stationery around here. Give me a minute. Have a drink while you wait.
A drink of what? Make-believe water?
Never mind. Here it is. There. Now we just need something to use as a stamp. And we need to falsify the signature. You're an artist of sorts. You can do this, right?
Not really. I could probably make a stamp out of something, but I can't falsify the signature.
Fine. I'll get those two goons to do it.
The mugshots? You think they'll help you?
Don't worry. My right knuckle can be very persuasive.
It's so sad. No point in it's the most... Do what with it? An extensive collection.
Let's see if I can get that mustache. Yep.
I'll take this key with me, just in case. It's always good to have keys around.
Okay, now let's go back and check the attic. I'm pretty sure we might find the stamp up there.
Hey, the key fits. Let's see what we have in here. Vial of ink. It's a vial of ink. Boy, this desk must be really old. Who uses ink anymore? I'll take the ink with me. If we wake up in 1789 tomorrow, I'll be all set.
Okay, that's everything.
The convertible of...
Okay, now to talk to the mugshot boys.
No. No. I need your help, lowlifes. I've got this fake clearance to enter the city, and I need you to falsify the mayor's signature.
And what makes you think we're the right guys for this? Do we look like counterfeiters to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you sure do.
Yeah, we can do this. But again, what's in it for us?
You better do it if you ever want to play the clarinet again.
What does that even mean?
What do you think? It means I'm going to confiscate your clarinet.
Oh no, not the clarinet, Jimmy.
Would you do it for Amber?
I would do it for Miss, but something tells me you're just dropping names to get us to agree.
She's with me, and she needs your help.
Oh yeah? She sure lost a lot of weight, or you finally lost your mind, 'cause I can't see you.
She's in the other room. She couldn't squeeze through.
I'll cut you a deal, Snoop. You bring me proof that little Miss is with you, and I'll falsify this report card of yours.
You mean the clearance?
What? Yeah, the clearance.
I'll be back.
Sure thing, Arnold.
You got it?
No, they don't have anything to write with. You have your pencils with you?
Here you go, but be sure to get them back.
I'll be right back. There. Does this qualify as proof to you? Now, show some integrity for once in your life and do this thing.
Whoa there! Are these the creator's tools? Where did a Snoop like you get these?
I made them myself. It's amazing what you can do with some trees, a wood saw, and a little time.
Seems like a good trade for you. You were a terrible PI. Better change careers while you're still somewhat sober.
Amber gave them to me, obviously. They have her initials and everything.
All right there, Snoop. Don't get all riled up. Show me that land deal you want falsified.
You mean the clearance?
What? Yeah, sure, the clearance. There. Now, if you don't mind, me and John have some business to attend to. So, how about you hit the old dusty trail?
There. All sorted out.
You didn't hurt them, did you?
I sure did. Lowlifes like that only understand one kind of language.
Oh no, Ted. Why are you always so mean to them?
What? No. It's expected with those two. Never mind that now. I got it sorted. Let's head back to that cop boyfriend of yours.
Come on. Come on. I don't think so.
Didn't we still need a stamp on
We should get the clearance to that cop.
I don't think so. I can't use...
Good evening, Miss Ashworth, Mr. Ted. Got that clearance yet?
Is he making fun of us? I can't tell.
Not yet. There. Now I got a stamp. All I need now is some ink. Messy. Hopefully I won't get it all over my pockets. All done. Wow, forging documents is a lot of work.
Here you go, Mike. Signed by Jim. Mayor Mills himself.
Yes, here it is, and it's like totally real and not at all fake.
Well, everything seems to check out. Wait a minute, and enjoy the scenery, Miss Amber, Mr. Ted. It's a beautiful view of the city from here. Have a nice night.
You too, Ryan.
Good night, Byron.
Alright, I guess we're going back there. You ready, Ted?
Give me a minute. I thought I left that place for good, you know. What about you? You haven't been there in some time, doll.
Yeah, I think so. Besides, we have a case to solve.
You're right. Let's go.
It kind of feels like going home.
God damn it. It really does.
Ted, I never asked you. What happened to your former partner?
He grew up.
And there's the end of episode 1. Rather nice game so far. I am interested in episode 2 when it comes out. I'm wondering if Flint and the Red Man are connected. I'm kind of guessing Flint is Ted's old partner. Hello, Sonny. I didn't even know you were here. Okay. So that's it for tonight's game. Starting next week, I will be doing Day of the Tentacle Remastered. It will be my first time playing that game. And after I finish that, I'll be moving on to Sam & Max Season 3. So I hope you all enjoyed this look at Bear With Me. And I'll see you all next time.